One thing that we know about training camp, preseason, and once we get into the regular season, and this is one of the reasons why, and I want to be careful what I say here because I don't want to gore my own ox. But so much of what we talk about in the offseason is meaningless. Don't tell anyone. Don't. And by next offseason, hopefully you'll forget what I'm saying. But so much of the discussion, the debate, the ranking this and predicting that, the ridiculous exercise when the schedule comes out in May of predicting the outcomes of games to be played in December or January. Now, we don't play that game, and we make fun of those who do. But the reality is there's a market for it because there's no football. See, there's two times on the calendar, football and not football. And when it's not football, we want football. So what's the closest thing to football? It's talking about football. It's thinking about football. It's wondering what happens when football comes. But the thing we don't realize, the thing that we can't account for is how teams will be shaped by injuries or lack thereof. And we got the first indication of it last night. Vikings cornerback Mekhi Blackmon, torn ACL, first day of training camp. Boom, that's it, done. Now, that isn't a dramatic blow to the Vikings. There are other players who, if they tore an ACL in training camp, it would be a much bigger deal. I'm not going to name names because then if it happens, I jinx them. I remember 1993. I was getting ready to take the bar exam in West Virginia. I'd been practicing in Pittsburgh for a couple of years. My wife and I were moving down here. I waited long enough that the big piece of the bar exam from Pennsylvania didn't carry over. So I had to take the whole damn thing again. I remember being in the hotel, getting ready to go take the bar exam. And USA Today, Terry Allen, Vikings running back, after a huge year in 1992, tore his ACL, done for the year. That was that. That happens. And we don't know who it's going to happen to. We know it's going to happen, but we don't know who it's going to happen to. We don't know how bad the injury is going to be. It changes everything. Aaron Rodgers from last year changes everything 4 snaps in. We can't account for that. And it's a combination of bad form and just kind of stupid to try to guess who's going to be injured. Unless you've got somebody who's injury prone and you have to account for that. Their playing style is conducive to more injury, so you have to at least have that on the radar screen. Or, a guy who has played 4 snaps of regular season football since January of 2023 and is going to be playing 3 games in 10 days to start the season and is 40 years old. It at least makes sense to wonder what the over-under is on how many games he's going to play in 2024. Maybe all of them. But whatever the over-under is, and I don't think they offer this. I don't know. What would the over-under be on how many games Aaron Rodgers plays this year? I don't know. I don't want to even go down that path because if he gets injured, you jinxed him. Has nothing to do with Father Time being undefeated. Has nothing to do with his injury from last year. It has nothing to do with only playing 4 snaps of actual football that counts since January of 2023. And it has nothing to do with a playing style that might have to be restricted. He was talking on Pardon My Take about how he played the year that he had the calf injury, stayed in the pocket, didn't do a lot of movement. He might want to do that now. They might want to just have him get rid of the ball, shift into Tom Brady mode, get the ball, get rid of it, and if nothing's there, duck and cover. Get rid of the ball and hit the ground, or take the ball with you. But don't try to extend the play. Don't set yourself up for big hits from strong players. I don't want to get too far down this path, but there's an item at PFT about an excerpt from the new book from Ian O'Connor about Aaron Rodgers and his regret not getting rid of the football faster last year when he took the hit that tore his Achilles. So, bottom line is this. Blackmon and Kendrick are the first 2 names. There will be more. And it will change everything, and it will render completely irrelevant all the stuff we talked about as we tried to figure out who's going to be good and who's not going to be good this year. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.